Great. I've got another one here. What are the productivity changes you see when upskilling tax or finance departments, and what are some of the pitfalls?
Yeah, okay. So it's two parts of that question, isn't it? So gains. I could talk about sort of our internal journey as well as our external journeys. The speed at which, once you kind of upskilled, the speed at which you're going to see productivity gains is pretty spectacular, certainly at the start. Because what you'll find is that there is a whole raft of low-hanging fruits, really quick wins, where you will be spending huge amounts of time doing things in Excel and manually that you just don't need to. So what we tend to find is after a couple of days of upskilling, just the speed at which people are then coming up with lists of things that they then need to look at to say, well, we shouldn't be doing that. I know we can fix this, and I know we can fix that. It's immediate. And we found this internally. I mean, right now with our team, when I look on how we're doing our internal digital enablements in tax alone, we're running 200 quick automation projects concurrently, and the exact same thing happens every time we roll this out to a client. Pitfalls, I would say the one thing I would be just be mindful of when you're doing upskilling programs, and again, I'm talking with my kind of internal kind of tax practice experience as well as working with clients directly, is that it's like with anything when you do with training, you've got to then make sure that the individuals that are being trained are then quickly rolled out and working on use cases to give them real problems to start solving. Otherwise, I think the problem I have seen is that you can get trained up, and unless you're utilizing all those skills pretty quickly, you almost kind of detrain really quickly as well. You'll forget about all the things you've learned. So just making sure there's a plan that goes along with the training to say, right, we've done our training, what next? Where are we going to now use these skills that we've learned?
Yeah, I'd just say to add to that, Vivek, in terms of how you structure your team, so if you've got quite a big finance or tax department, it might be best in that respect to try and create a centre of excellence within it. And you get, say, a group of 10 people who will use it day in, day out, and they're your kind of Alteryx team. Because like you say, you can learn it and you can spend weeks learning it, but if you don't use it, you will forget that. So if you can build a kind of central team like that, and then give everyone access to it and enable them to do some of the quick stuff, you might want the central team perhaps reviewing what they prepare, things like that. That can actually that can help a lot, and it's how we'd advise a group to build their Alteryx program.